Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Diaspora Network, the program where we celebrate Nigerians making remarkable strides around the world. I'm Teniola Oyetayo. On today's program, we head to Dubai, where Nigerian chef and entrepreneur Ivy Och has turned her passion for cooking into a thriving business. She tells us all about her journey. But before we hear from her, let's take a look at what's making headlines across the global Nigerian community.
British Nigerian professor Grace Ononiwu has officially been invested as the University of Hertfordshire's first female chancellor.
It's my privilege as Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the Board of Governors to act on behalf of the Corporation of the University of Hertfordshire at this ceremony of installation. This mace is the symbol of authority of the Corporation of the whole university. In handing you this mace, Professor Ononiwu, we formally entrust you the duties and responsibilities set out in the Instrument and Articles of Government approved by His Majesty's Privy Council.
A pioneering figure in the legal profession and a long-standing advocate for equity and diversity, Professor Ononiwu has held several senior positions throughout her career, including her current role as the first ever Director General of Legal Delivery at the Crown Prosecution Service. Her contributions have been widely recognized, earning her an OBE in 2008 and a CBE in 2019.
This university is special. It's a place where ambition meets support, where innovation meets compassion, and where students from all backgrounds are empowered to thrive.
Two Nigerians, Fatima Yunusa and Aminat Yusuf, have been awarded the 2026 Rhodes Scholarship, one of the world's most competitive postgraduate awards. The scholarship selects promising young people from around the world who demonstrate integrity, leadership, character, intellect, and a commitment to service to study at the University of Oxford. Fatima, a public policy researcher with the US Qatar Business Council, focuses on improving outcomes for vulnerable communities in Africa. Aminat, who graduated from Lagos State University with a perfect 5.0 CGPA and was called to the Nigerian bar with distinction, is passionate about public interest legal service and aims to drive rural development through legal and financial literacy, affordable representation, and pro-financial inclusion reforms. And London Mayor Sadiq Khan has congratulated Nigerian content creator Bimi Orojogun, popularly known as London Bus Auntie, after she won Video of the Year at the 2025 TikTok UK Awards.
Yes, I wanted to say to my followers is to say thank you. You all believe in me when I didn't even believe in myself.
Bimi, a mental health nurse, first gained widespread attention when a TikTok clip of her recording beside a passing bus went viral. That video alone has been viewed more than 48 million times. Since then, she has collaborated with global brands including Burberry and IKEA. She's also partnered with public figures such as the Mayor of London on initiatives like the city's zero-emission buses campaign. Accepting her award, she encouraged others to pursue their passions.
Sometimes when people say, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you putting yourself in the middle of the road? I was thinking maybe I should stop, but then I love London red buses. So I'm glad I didn't stop because I know I was being safe on the road.
And that's your Diaspora News Wrap from London.
And now an update from the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, as it continues to strengthen ties between Nigerians abroad and opportunities back home.
The 8th edition of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit in Abuja kicked off with investors, government officials, and entrepreneurs charting bold pathways to accelerate national development through strategic investment. The three-day summit drew over 1,000 physical participants from Nigeria and the diaspora, as well as several others who joined virtually. Organized by the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission in collaboration with the Nigeria Diaspora Summit Initiative, the event reaffirmed the diaspora's vital role as a powerhouse for innovation, enterprise, and sustainable growth. Chairman CEO of NITCOM, Mrs. Abike Dabri-Arewa, received commendations for her leadership in creating platforms that link the diaspora to national development. Highlights of the summit include high-level panel discussions, startup pitches, and exhibitions across priority sectors. The summit came to an end with high-profile pitching sessions spotlighting investment-ready opportunities across real estate and the creative, entertainment, agriculture, and sports industries.
This week, our special report celebrates Nigerians introducing the world to our rich flavors. We revisit some of the entrepreneurs we've spoken to in past editions and hear their inspiring stories of building successful food businesses across the diaspora.
Food does more than fill plates. It connects people. It's a gateway into new cultures and conversations. For Nigerians abroad, it's also a taste of home, a reminder of identity, belonging, and for some who start a food business, a powerful testament to resilience. In the United Arab Emirates, Sadiyinka Adeduro almost gave up. There was a time she couldn't afford rent and had nowhere to stay. Today, she owns Biggie, one of the most popular African restaurants in Dubai. After losing her father at a young age, her dream of becoming a doctor faded, but an aunt taught her how to cook. That skill became her lifeline in one of the toughest moments of her life.
I said, God, I'm not born to be serving people. I was born for people to serve me. I don't know how you want to do it. Since my brother said, this is my Jerusalem, today be my last day I'm going to cook for this lady here. And behold, God answered my prayer. Because it's not easy. I was sleeping in the bus stop when I first come to Dubai.
In Qatar, Amomi Monei, a lawyer turned entrepreneur, faced a similar turning point. After relocating from Nigeria, her legal qualifications didn't translate easily into the Gulf job market. Then, during a food blockade, she began baking agog bread for her family, a simple act that has grown into a thriving bakery business.
I started baking for friends and my husband. I can't remember how his colleagues got to know about it the first time. Somehow words went round that, okay, there's this bread, it tastes really good, it's really nice. And somehow it just became big.
And you can't talk about Nigerian food business thriving in the diaspora without mentioning Enish. Founded in 2013 by a Nigerian couple, Olushola and Eniola Medupin, Enish has grown into a global brand with 10 restaurants in London and multi-million-dollar locations in Dubai. Olushola says one of the biggest challenges of running a Nigerian food business abroad is sourcing high-quality ingredients while also meeting international standards.
To get egusi, to get palm oil, to get even all this Nigerian ogbono and all this stuff is one of the hardest things. When you bring it, the supplier, sometimes they mix it. You have to make sure it's the original one. Sometimes you pour a whole soup away because mine is quality. I'm after that quality because I've got passion for what I do and I have conscience.
Nigeria has one of the largest diaspora communities in the world, and with that comes a growing demand for the familiar tastes of home. But scaling Nigerian cuisine globally still comes with hurdles, from supply chains and regulations to the cost of importing authentic ingredients. Yet, there are a large number of entrepreneurs proving that Nigerian food not only travels well, it thrives, and there is a demand for it.
And now to our guest, Ivy Och, widely known as Dubai Naija Foodie. From cooking in a small home kitchen to becoming one of the most recognizable Nigerian food personalities in the UAE.
But your face is dark. Is it this one?
This one is too much.
What began as a passion for experimenting with Nigerian dishes soon evolved into a thriving brand that now influences food culture across continents.
I have a similar story with my mom. My mom was moved from Onitsha to Lagos to Abuja, which made her job not steady. So for every time she moved,
she had to start something. I mean, when we went to Lagos, as small as I was, my mom was selling bed sheets, cooking, making snacks, and then I had to move to Abuja. Then she started all over again. Mind you, she used to be a teacher when we were in Onitsha. So imagine having to pause your life every time you have the shift, you post your husband to a new place. So we moved to Abuja this time around, and then Abuja was still new. It just turned to the capital of Nigeria then. So they had to move every civil servant, no businesses, our estate. There was no shop in the estate. So she found a gap. She started selling small provisions in front of our house. That was how she started growing in small. We watched everything grow in our faces. My dad, that used to also not want her to do that, started even managing the shop at a point. So, I mean, yeah. So I grew up in that kind of environment. I moved to Dubai February 2013. And I came to visit, by the way. It was just like a mini honeymoon visit. And I got stuck. Who doesn't love Dubai, by the way? So when I moved here, everything was still perfect for us. We could still come to Dubai with even 200,000 naira. Do your visa and shop. I think my flight ticket then was 150k naira. Came, my husband is a businessman. He was into mobile phones then. Then WhatsApp was not this big. Business people were not too connected to their people, so they were the middlemen in the country that was doing the business for them back home, which made him travel more to Nigeria. And I also came. I was I was not a stay-at-home mom. I was a housewife then, thinking I was going to just stay for 1 month. My visa was 3 months. Thinking I was going to stay for 3 months and go back, and I got stuck. From then, I started trying for babies. I discovered I had PCOS. Started treating myself for PCOS. It was unending. I'll get pregnant, miscarry, get pregnant, miscarry, and it kept going on till finally my son came in 2016, sorry. In March 2016, my son came. When he came, by this time, people had already started, social media was already a thing. The Nigerian middleman business for Nigerians was already going down. Dollar was starting to increase. Everything was just crashing down. And I looked at my husband one day. I said, see, okay, I was still trying to get a job, by the way. In between these things, I was getting a job. In fact, I worked somewhere. I didn't like the pay. I had to stop because of the conditions. If you have done any sales job in Dubai, you know what I'm talking about. So I had my son, and I woke up one day. I said, see, this business is going down. We have to do something. Cannot just keep the burden on you alone. I needed to do something. And this was me that was selling clothes in school, right? So you should expect me to be more industrious. I was getting tired of sitting at home doing nothing. Depression is real. You don't, especially abroad, you don't know when you start crashing. You could just be looking at a child and be crying for no reason. Nobody will beat you. Nobody will say anything to you. You just be crying. So I was having those episodes every time. Every time I look at my son, I'll start crying. It started to feel like it was not a pain to me, and I didn't want it. I wanted to get busy. I woke up one day. I said, my mom cooks, my grandma cooks, my mother-in-law is a chef. So I had this bloodline, how many generations deep? Let me just start. Again, what happened to my mom started happening to me. My husband was like, which one are you selling food? What is food? They're selling food in Dera, blah, blah, blah. I said, they're selling their own in Dera. There's a gap. They're selling 10 dirham food and plates of food in there. How about families that are coming with kids that just want homemade meals, that don't want to have a regular 10 dirham meal, that want to be intentional about their food? How about people that are diabetic, that want particular food? He was not having it. He said, since 20, how many years ago, people have been selling food in Dubai. Who told you that day? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? I woke up one day. I said, I'm going to start it, whether you like it or not. I called my friend in Nigeria. I said, please help me open another Instagram page. Call it so and so. And you know what? Dubai Naija Foodie name came up like this. I did not think about it. I did not have to crack my head. I said, Dubai Naija Foodie. It just came. I did not plan it. And she said Dubai, Naija. I said yes. She said, how about Ivy something? I said no. Dubai, Naija Foodie. Let them be hearing Dubai and Naija food at the same time. So you know who I am in one sentence. You don't need to ask me, what are you doing? And that was it.
When we return from a quick break, Chef Ivy shares more insight on how she built her brand from the ground up and the challenges of introducing Nigerian cuisine to new audiences. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us on the program. Now more from our conversation with Chef Ivy Och.
You know, person can go on.
Today, Ivy Och, widely known as Dubai Naija Foodie, is far more than a chef. She's a multi-business entrepreneur, a visionary restaurateur, and an exceptional brand builder who has mastered the art of transforming creativity into sustainable enterprise. She currently manages a top-tier dining establishment in Dubai, where her signature fusion of Nigerian flavors consistently attracts a diverse global audience.
By the way, I had not cooked for any crowd then before. This was me that I could cook for my family members. Everybody knew I could cook, but cooking for crowd is totally different. I was now cooking for 50 people for the first time. And it was jollof rice. I had a baby. My baby was crying in between. Where I was trying to manage. When I finished cooking that food, I just took the picture with my very wusky Samsung phone. I took it, I posted. Then at least social media was still a little, people could still believe in you, right? Or like now, everywhere is so saturated. If you're talking, nobody will even answer you. So you have to bend over before anybody answers you now or even looks your way. So I cooked, posted it, and then I kept on going from one comment section to another comment section. My name is Ivy. I'm based in Dubai. I make Nigerian food. Try me. I kept on going. This business started in September, by the way. So I was moving from one comment section to another, and boom, AY and his family, AY comedian and his family, they were coming to Dubai for the younger brother's honeymoon in Yomi Casual. And I'm sure I'm still living rent-free in their head because I went from the wife, the new wife, the sister, I went from DM to DM to DM like, hey, and I said, come bring this food. Bring this food, let me even test this food, you want to kill us. Like, you're going from DM to DM. Then in Dubai, then we still had Friday service. We're still going to church on Friday before they switched to Sunday now. And we're already dressed up for church. I think we're just on our way out when I received the DM. I was telling my husband, Ewa just said. So he was like, what are you saying? Ewa, I sent you what? Let's be going to church, Jerry. I said, no, if I sent me a DM that he wants, I think he wanted to order jollof rice. I will never forget that order. Jollof rice, efforiro, and pounded yam, and some plantain. They said they wanted party jollof. Mind you, I did not know how to cook party jollof then. I just knew how to cook normal jollof rice. I said, God, hey, party jollof rice, what will I do? I had to, he still did not believe me. I had to show him that, see, they already ordered. That was how I turned back home. But forgive me, I didn't go to church. I turned back, undressed, and started cooking. Mind you, this was happening first week of October. I started my business in September. Just in less than a month, I was seeing the light already. So I already knew that there was something. I will never forget that order. They wanted party jollof, plantain, and some efforiro. I'm not Yoruba. I already knew how to cook my normal Igbo vegetable. I had to start checking and calling my Yoruba friends. Please, how do you people cook efforiro? I can cook only edikaikong and Igbo vegetable. I got some tips from YouTube, from everywhere. Now, I was not cooking that food for money. In my mind, I was just going to give AY food. Let him just tag me. I did not need any money. Lo and behold, this man paid me. And that was the boost I needed. I knew that in 1 month, a celebrity that could have just said, let me tag you, paid me. And that was it. The moment I made that post, my DM was on fire. This was before all the Nigerian visa issue. Before they even land, they had already, some people book 2 months before. Some people will book. Right now, we have orders for December. They are not even events. We have families that are coming to do family reunion, vacation, and those people want personalized meals. They don't want, some people just want to, they just have even if you're going to be selling the same food that the next restaurant is selling, they just want the mindset of, oh, this food was made for me. So we now gradually built a brand that was centered to cater for people that want to be prioritized, like that want what they want. I don't know if that's even correct, right? So we built the brand around them. We're not for everybody. We're for the 1% of the 1%. So yeah, before you knew it, we started serving, I cannot name drop, we started serving the 001s of Nigeria. I don't think there's anybody in Nigeria that has not used Buy Naija Foodie. That, I mean, who is who in Nigeria that somehow has not eaten from our kitchen.
Her empire extends beyond the kitchen. Ivy also runs a luxury salon as well as a high-end dessert store known for its innovative African-inspired treats. Each venture reflects her ability to identify opportunities, elevate everyday experiences, and deliver excellence at an international standard.
When I realized that this was no longer child's play, was COVID. I mean, we started in 2017, right? 2017, it was 3 years in, COVID happened. So when COVID happened, the whole world was crashing down. I was making money. I realized that this is no longer a joke. I have to take this thing serious. How to make it more legal, how to maybe get a cloud kitchen, because I don't like restaurants. I've never seen myself in a restaurant. Even worst case, maybe fast food. So then, during COVID, people were crying, businesses were closing. I was pregnant during COVID, and I cooked. In fact, the day I had my daughter, I'd never cooked like that before. So we were cooking non-stop during COVID. The whole world was closed. People must eat. And I'm sure, I don't know if restaurants were even operating. So COVID opened my eye. After COVID, so many people were in debt. I bought a house. So imagine when the whole world was crashing, I could afford to buy a house in Lekki. I knew there was more to this that meets the eye. And unfortunately, immediately after COVID, Nigerian visa issue started. This was when I had already invested so much and said, let's register the business, let's do this, let's do that. But somehow, we were still keeping on. 2021 was when my brother was wedding in February 2021 after COVID. I was supposed to go for the wedding. In fact, I went for the wedding in Nigeria and I was locked out. I don't know if you can remember when, if you're outside, you cannot come in. So for 3 months, I was outside my business. That was the first time I was running the business without me being present. And it shaped a lot. Yes, we had a lot of, not so much. We had small complaints here and there, but that was the time I knew that I had to build a structure. In fact, that was what brought structure to the business. So moving from somebody that came here that was a housewife, broke housewife, stay-at-home mom, to now employing people, paying them what you used to dream to be paid, and paying multiple people, paying from my kitchen staff to my salon staff, to some people that also help me source for real estate, because I do a bit of real estate. I'm not being cocky. Because of me, a lot of Nigerian businesses are in Dubai today. Then we were very few that was online doing the business. Now that I'm sure we're up to 1,000. So now I don't want you to see me and say, this one's not before now, not been. Whether if I'm 100 steps ahead always. Like, I'll always be on top of my game. There's always that gap. You might not see it. Like, I saw that there were families that needed their meals to be made specially for them, and no one was doing it. Or even if somebody was doing it, the person was not doing it the way I am doing it now. So there's always that gap. You might not see. Like, I'm here now, I'm doing several things. Just last year, we introduced brunch. We introduced our Nigerian brunch because I felt, okay, I've been doing this for so long. There's no actual brunch where Nigerians can just go eat buffet for 5 hours, network, party, feel like it's bring Lagos party to them. That is not a club that can be done in the afternoon. Nobody was doing that. The closest was some other brunch that they didn't serve Nigerian food. So nobody was doing that. And I introduced it. We love Nigeria so much that a Nigerian is entering inside the flight and ordering for Nigerian food. They don't want to even taste other people's culture. That's how rigid Nigerians are. So we love Nigeria. And every Nigerian wants to stay in Nigeria. This condition that is making some of us here. So please, my fellow Nigerians, Nigerian government, if you listen to this, I think you people should do better. Like, we need to, if you do better, we will act better too. I'm saying it's a 50-50 thing, right? We as Nigerians too need to act better. We cannot come to people's country and start misbehaving. They have their own laws. You have to respect the laws of the land. If you don't respect the laws of the land, they're not going to treat you nice. I mean, this is a tourist country. This is where they are eating from. This is what's sustaining their country. So they don't want any image of, oh, somebody's carrying cutlass somewhere. They built the country on safety. That's why I think I've even settled in Dubai, because Dubai makes you remember home. Unlike other countries that you just be and then get passport and feel and forget. Dubai keeps you closer home. They make you believe that you're a tourist. Even after living here for 10 years or so, Dubai makes you remember that, okay, there's the home. So yeah, I have plans to go back home to build factories, production factories, where we can make tomato paste, yogurt, food generally. I think that's my end goal. Because I'm not a restaurant person, so my own food will be production. Let me finally use my certificate.
And that wraps up another inspiring edition of Diaspora Network. To catch previous episodes celebrating Nigerians in the diaspora, visit channelstv.com or our YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Teniola Oyetayo. Bye for now.